Hello and welcome on the Third Man Cricket Show. I'm Vansh, your host, and today we'll be analyzing on the Third Man Cricket Show about day two and also the day three of the fourth Test match. We'll obviously be covering about what happened yesterday. It was an interesting day of cricket, actually. England started the day with 53 for three. They ended up with 290 runs on the board. Chris Wokes and Ollie Pope top scoring for them, lead of 99, which can be very crucial in this game if you consider the whole outlook. But then India coming back again with 43 runs for no wickets. 1.5 hours nervy for India, but then uh, Hans Krosh, we didn't lose a wicket yesterday, so that's a good sign. I've got Nikhil and Sanmay. Sanmay and I obviously haven't had a conversation on the Third Man Cricket Show since a long time now, so it'll be interesting to hear his views on it as well. So, India 43 for no loss. What do you think, Sanmay? How was the day planned yesterday for India and for England both?
Yeah, but obviously it's a great day of Test cricket, as in general. But somewhere India might be disappointed. We had them for 65 for five. We could have bundled them out for 150, and we could have that lead of 41 runs. But Chris Wokes, we all know that England bats deep, and Chris Wokes, we all know that he can perform with bat and ball. He's a proper all rounder. So that he was a threat that we were grateful that he didn't play for first three tests, or else we might have even lost it also, because he has scored 137 at Lords against us. But he has shown why he's a threat for us. But good thing that we didn't lose any wicket at the end of day play. We have all 10 wickets in our hand, so that now it's upon us to score a good runs.
Well, Sanmay mentioned about Chris Wokes and his history with India. Nikhil, we were glad that he could only score 50 runs because in the group, as I remember on that time, we were all wondering if he might go on and score that second century against India. So a good sign that he got out on 50 at least.
Yes, he shouldn't have scored that many runs, to be fair, because we were bowling quite well. And if you have a team at 62 for 5, you shouldn't allow them to just, chip away with those runs. I guess we just slightly overcompensated because those 2 overs were the turning point, right? We had them for 62 for 5, and then Shardul and Siraj's 2 overs cost 24. So in a test match, when you give away those many runs after taking 5 wickets, it's going to hamper. But I guess England have lost a big opportunity here, because they could have just just kept on piling up the runs, just like they did in the last test. But they have definitely missed out here. It's a good thing for us, but again, it's the same old story. We are able to pick up the top five, which are supposed to which their primary thing is to bat, and we take them out of the equation, and someone who's picked for their bowling skills just scores against us. So we had gotten rid of the tail in the first 2 innings, but I guess yesterday's pitch was better to bat on. So it's a good sign if we have wrapped them up for 290, or else it could have been we could have been piled up by 350 and 400. So that's a good sign.
Well, Omkar is a big fan, big Chris Wokes fan, and we all know how underrated he is. Every time he gets an opportunity, he performs, be it in England or anywhere. In fact, he's a cricketer to watch out for, and for many, many years. So, yeah, Amog has his point of view here. He says that the oval pitch seems to be a pure batting track. Sanma, do you agree? Because we saw that yesterday there was no movement in the air. Anderson obviously got that movement with the new ball, as we all expect him to do at all times. But then, do you think the wicket is getting good to bat on? Especially day three is considered to be a very good day to bat on any wicket, in fact. So, do you think it's a good sign for India today?
Yeah, it's a great sign for India that the history of over also says that the average first inning score is about 300 in every innings, almost every innings. So if you see, previous also last time when we played at Kennington Oval in 2018 also it was a high scoring game. So it's perfect for batting and only day if you have, if you see the this test match current test match only day one the ball was doing there was some sort of demons in the pitch, but day two and day three is a perfect batting paradise. England didn't capitalize that moment of play. It's going to our favor. Now it's our turn to capitalize on this and score a big innings so that it will be difficult for them to chase down in the fourth innings. So the scenario for India is good that it's getting better and better for batting. It's upon the our batsmen to capitalize this pitch now.
Abhinav has his point of view quite clear here. He says that India ki wicket mili hai, please lamba khelo. We all do hope for that, and we surely hope that India put on a big lead. But Nikhil, if you had to put it into numbers, how much do you think India can score in this innings? Because 350 is a minimum, because we obviously have a trail of 100 runs. So if we put on 350, obviously the target would be 240, 250. So in numbers, if you had to put in, how much do you think India should score this in this innings?
It's like everything, right? Every time India is in a good position because the openers give them a good start, then we predict a total which India can achieve, and then the middle order does their thing. Yes, India would look to bat sessions. I guess they won't look to bat for runs, because there's a reason they got you out for 191. So this time you need to capitalize on it. And yes, there is a definitive change in fall of wickets as well, because day one there were 13 wickets falling. Now yesterday were 7 wickets falling. So there's a change in that. So yes, we need to bat well, and again, it whatever happened yesterday is on yesterday. Today is a new start. Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul both have to start afresh. They don't have to look at that, yes, we have put 40 runs on the board, so it's not an issue. So I would say that they just need to focus on session by session, and at least bat 5 sessions, or at least bat the whole day today, and just I guess make sure that they don't give away their wickets easily. These guys are top quality players, so they're just giving their wickets away. They're not putting a price on their wickets. So I sincerely hope that if now is the time we are in control, we really need to bat well this time.
Well, there are a lot of people agreeing with you on this, because even Kostub feels that we need to bat with more responsibility, and even Abhinav here has agreed that taking time out in the middle and playing session by session is the key, in especially in this test match, because time is not an issue here. We are on the third day and we still have what, around 270 overs left in the game. So that's a very long period of time, and a draw certainly isn't looking on the cards right now. But Sanmay, if you had to talk about Ollie Pope's innings yesterday, do you think it was a match turner? Because his 81, it proved out to be very heavy for India, and the lead that they got, most of it came from his bat, and he was looking quite comfortable. So, do you think that innings might have turned the momentum slightly in favor of England?
Yeah, it had turned for third time के लिए the tide shifted towards England because Oli Pope was batting really well. एक तो उसका होम ग्राउंड भी है, कैनिंगटन ओवल इज होम ग्राउंड, तो उसने दिखा दिया कि होम बॉय कैसा दे हाउ वेल शुड वी प्ले. एंड ऊपर से सेकेंडली कि वी द इंडियन बॉलर्स अपार्ट फ्रॉम बुमराह, शार्दुल एंड उमेश also gave too many boundary balls, तो फिर वो और कंफर्टेबल हो गया. वी shouldn't have made him feel comfortable. In fact उसके लिए टफ करना चाहिए था, but we didn't capitalize on it. एंड गलती उधर ही किया हम लोगों ने कि हमने उसको कंफर्टेबल होने दे दिया, एंड उसने कंफर्टेबल हुआ एंड वो 81 मार दिया. आई होप इट डजंट प्रूव अ टर्निंग पॉइंट फॉर अस इन दिस गेम, एंड वी डोंट we play really well in this today. That's what I will say.
Well, Sanchit, I agree with you here that England are ahead in this game. I mean, a lead of any amount of runs is very vital in any test match. But then 99 runs is a big task. So let's see how India plan out the day today. But Nikhil, first session openers on the crease: Jimmy Anderson and Ollie Robinson bowling. What are expectations in the first session?
I guess somebody yesterday after the game said, some analyst, I don't remember the name. He said that the winner of the first session will win the game. Yes, that's a big call, but if we are going by scenarios, if India knock off the lead without losing any wickets, it will just give the confidence to the middle order. But yes, Anderson and Robinson will be relentless. You'll just have to you'll just these guys just have to hope that they play and miss, and then they just don't nick one, because that's how good they're bowling. The line, the length, and they're hitting one spot where you have to play for that. And you can say that they can leave the balls, or they can cut off the swing, but that's not easy. Anderson balls at an angle where the ball is coming at you, and it just goes away. And Virat Kohli received a Jaffa in the first inning, so that was also Robinson. So I guess the first session needs to be just batted out like anything. We really need to think that what if we get those 99 runs without losing a wicket, because that will put a lot of pressure on England. And when they are under pressure, they even allow Bumrah and Shami to score. So you need to put them under pressure, and just, yes, maybe they will be ahead of us, but we need to our openers need to tell them that, boss, we are ahead of you, and we need to put that pressure on them. If we don't lose a wicket, I guess I'm hoping too much, but if we don't lose a wicket and just go till that around 99 runs without any wicket, that will put immense pressure, and that will just put us in the driver's seat to just score and score and score ahead.
Perfect, perfect. India should, target that and keep it as a flag mark, that 99 runs for no loss, and then we start fresh again. So that's what should be the plan, according to me. But Atman here has brought about a very interesting point. Rishabh Pant's innings will be important for India, as well as his place in the team. Sanmay, do you think Rishabh Pant, we all know how interesting a player he is, but do you think this innings will determine his place in the team, or do you think he still deserves that place, because he's been exceptional with the bat and with the gloves as well? But on the other hand, if you look at it, we've got Saha sitting on the bench, who has done nothing wrong, and he's lost his place into the team. So, what are your thoughts on this wicket keeper and batsman thing?
See, the ऋषभ पंत सिनेरियो इज दैट ही उसके पास एक ठोस ये नहीं है, कंपटीशन नहीं है. समटाइम्स व्हाट आई फील इंडियन टीम इज फीलिंग दैट साहा उसके लिए डेंजर नहीं है उसके लिए, क्योंकि ऋषभ पंत को ऋषभ पंत कैन प्ले रियली वेल. ही हैज शोन अस इट इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया. सिर्फ एक ही फर्क है ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड इंग्लैंड में कि द बॉल विल मूवमेंट, यू कैन नेवर बी सेटल. वो चौथे बॉल में एंडरसन को स्टेप आउट कर रहा है, दैट शोज दैट ही इज इन हरी. तो वो इंग्लैंड घुसेगा उसके दिमाग में कि अच्छा ठीक है ये मारने वाला है, विल जस्ट उसके देखते कितना टाइम यूज करता है वो मारने के लिए. सो फॉर दैट आई हैव ऑलवेज सेड कि ऋषभ पंत को थोड़ा मैच्योरिटी दिखाना पड़ेगा. नेचुरल गेम अपने जगह पे कभी वो काम करता है, कभी काम नहीं करता है, बट इन अ प्लेस इन सिचुएशन वेयर इंडिया इज राइट नाउ, वेयर द मिडल ऑर्डर इज स्ट्रगलिंग अ लॉट, वेयर वी वांट सम सर्टेन प्लेस टू स्टेप अप, वेयर वी वांट पंत टू स्टेप अप. इज अ ब्रिलियंट विकेट कीपर. उसका इस सीरीज में डीआरएस कॉल भी बहुत अच्छा रहा है. तो सिर्फ एक बैटिंग ही है जो बहुत ह्यूज डिसअपॉइंटमेंट रहा है. एंड लास्ट टाइम जब वो केनिंगटन ओवल में थे तो सेंचुरी भी मार चुका है, 115 कुछ तो मारा था उसने. सो ही कैन हिट दोस रन्स, बट द प्रॉब्लम इज वो मैच्योरिटी लेके आना पड़ेगा उसको कैसे भी करके. अगर वो धीरे धीरे उसका मैच्योरिटी नहीं निकला, वो ऐसे ही खेलने वाला है, द नेचुरल थिंग. वो माइकल वॉगन हैड आल्सो ट्वीटेड समटाइम दैट नेचुरल गेम, आई डोंट, वो कुछ तो ट्वीट किया था उसका याद नहीं मेरे को, बट फिर भी नेचुरल गेम हर वक्त नहीं होता. समटाइम्स you have to have that maturity in yourself that I have to take that responsibility and play properly and bail my team out of tough situations. If he doesn't perform in this innings, I may feel that it's better we bring Saha in so that उसको थोड़ा लगे कि हाँ competition है, मेरे को बैटिंग करना पड़ेगा. The way Pant is batting right now, उसके एटीट्यूड के से ऐसे लग रहा है कि उसको कंपटीशन ही नहीं है, मैं तो परमानेंट बैठा हूँ इधर, मेरे को कोई रिप्लेस करने वाला है नहीं. बट उसको बताना पड़ेगा कि बॉस तेरे को रिप्लेस करने के लिए ऑलरेडी केएल भी वो कीपिंग कर लेगा, तेरे को हम लोग बाजू में रख के विहारी को भी लेके आ सकते हैं. सो इट्स हाई टाइम यू स्टार्ट स्कोरिंग रन्स. we want Pant to score runs. लास्ट टाइम भी मैं शो में लास्ट टाइम भी बोला था मैंने
Yeah.
कि एक स्ट्रक्चर वे में तू खेल सकता है, प्ले इन स्ट्रक्चर वे, जैसा रोहित खेलता है। रोहित अपना नेचुरल गेम भी खेलता है बट एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड वे में खेलता है, वैसा पंत भी खेलने का कि स्टार्टिंग में थोड़ा देखता हूँ पिच कैसा बिहेव करता है, बिकॉज अभी तो पिच बहुत अच्छा रहने वाला है, ये पिच बार बार मिलने नहीं वाला बैटिंग पैराडाइज इंग्लैंड में। तो जब जब मिल रहा है उसका यूज करो ना ठीक से, एंड डोंट कम अंडर प्रेशर, प्ले फ्रीली, सी द बॉल एंड देन नॉक इट फॉर 4 or 6.
Perfect. Perfectly
Interesting
put. I think.
you mentioned
Yeah.
it. I'll just sorry to cut you off, Punch. Interesting you mentioned that tweet from Michael Vaughan. Generally, the Indians don't quite agree with him because he's just coming at us. But I liked what he said. He said that this is how I play cannot be an excuse. I guess Kaustubh also mentioned it in the chat that this is how I play should not be the excuse because. And I have no issues that Rishabh is attacking because that's his game. But he's making things monotonous. He's telling people, he's telling Wokes, he's telling Anderson that yes, I'm going to charge you. I'm going to leave one or two balls and I'm going to charge you. They're simply just getting their lengths back. That's the only thing they can do. Or they're doing what Nathan Lyon did to him in 2018. Just give away 2 to 3 boundaries. He'll give you your wicket, give you his wicket easily. The key to his success in Australia 2021 was that he was batting with maturity. He was leaving those balls. I don't know if someone has told him that it's a shame to leave balls because he's not ready to leave any balls. Because the line which we were talking about, that Ollie Robinson across him, it's troubling him. It's definitely troubling him. But he needs to just let that ball go, and his chance will come. The key to his big innings was that he'll capitalize on the bad balls and he'll just put out and survive the good balls. So that's the key. Yes, he should play how he's told to, and he should continue that positive mindset. But we really need some maturity, as Sanmay said, that we really need some maturity because he's played a lot of tests now, and he is India's premier wicket keeper. So he needs to make his mark with the bat. Yes, he can continue to be positive, but take your chances and don't make it monotonous.
Well, we've seen how critical Abhinav has been in the group about Virat Kohli's captaincy. And here is evidence of that. He says that you should not play, is what the team management should tell Rishabh Pant if he doesn't perform. Sanmay, your points on the team management in general, because we saw a bit of a shocker when we saw no Ashwin in the playing 11. And obviously, he deserved a place according to so many Indians. I guess everyone here wanted Ashwin to play that test match. But your thoughts on the team management in general, because what was Virat Kohli thinking while making that decision on Ashwin? Because in the fourth innings, especially, Ravichandran Ashwin is, you can close your eyes and give the ball to him because of the rough pitches in England, and because we are batting in the third innings and England are batting last, Ashwin would have played an even more important role. So your thoughts on that?
Nah, I don't know what the team management is thinking at this point of time, and कोई अपोज भी कर रहा है कि विराट कोहली को थॉट्स को आए, वी डोंट नो बिकॉज वो हमको दिखाते नहीं है कि वो लोग क्या बात करते टीम कि क्या किसा खेलने का है। बट व्हाट आई फील सैड अबाउट अश्विन नॉट प्लेइंग इज वो बिफोर द स्टार्ट ऑफ सीरीज ही प्लेड वन काउंटी मैच, उसको रिलीज किया था स्क्वाड से, ही प्लेड वन काउंटी मैच एट दिस वेरी ग्राउंड, ही टुक 6 फॉर इन द थर्ड इनिंग्स, 6 विकेट्स भी निकाला था केनिंगटन ओवल में। एंड वी नो अश्विन इज अ स्ट्राइक बॉलर, एंड इंग्लैंड तेरे को रन्स भी चाहिए बट साथ साथ में तेरे को चाहिए भी कोई विकेट निकाले, and that's why Abhinav इधर भी डाल रहा, Ashwin has to play. He's a Ashwin fan, but we all were telling that Ashwin has to play. He is someone who can even start the second spell also. New balls भी डाल सकता है when he will still take the wicket. He's that important part of the team. But what Kohli thought, I don't know. The statement he made during the toss that Jadeja can use the bowler's marks and then play, वो मेरे को एक amateur statement लगा. I didn't feel that it was an international captain statement because more of and one more thing, Bharat Arun also said that we are thinking of Ashwin playing. वो उसने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बोला था कि we are thinking, but that call will be taken on the very day of the match. But what I feel, there is no clarity in this team. And I don't think कोई और भी बोल रहा है क्या, is someone opposing विराट कोहली, या फिर सब लोग विराट कोहली के हाँ में हाँ मिल रहे हैं, वो कुछ नहीं पता हम लोग को. So for now what we can do is just comment on the players playing now and just go ahead. बाकी सब
Well,
हम लोग we can have our opinions,
yeah.
but
And the funny part is, yeah, Nikhil, I'm coming back with the same question to you, because we saw yesterday Ravi Jadeja bowling on that leg stump and to the right hander, and Chris Wokes, padded him, and there was no call for LBW as well. So we saw Ravi Jadeja using that rough patches on the leg side of the right hander, which imagine would have been off stump for the left hander for Ashwin. So I mean, I don't know what statement Virat Kohli made after that toss, but yes, Abhinav, we understand your frustration. Imagine Ashwin on the pitch in the fourth innings. I mean, it would have been lethal for him. That rough patch on the offside of the left-handed batsman would have been lethal. So, Nikhil, your thoughts on the same?
I guess we can't do much about team management or what they're thinking, but I guess they've just ruled out that 7-4 combination altogether, because yes, they played with the 6-5 combination in Australia that worked for us because the bowlers get eventually tired because of the heat. So you have to keep that extra bowler for yourself. But in England, bowling is easy compared to batting, and everyone will agree to this. So why do you want a cover for the bowlers? If your batting is struggling, you need to cover up that batting. Yes, I agree with Virat Kohli's statement that if 6 or 7 batsmen are not going to bail you out, you can't rely on the 8 batsmen. But my point is, if bowling is not the issue, why are we pondering on that? Why are we playing 6-5 combination? Because seeing that, yes, today it's okay that Shardul Thakur played and he scored that 50 and everything is all right, but you cannot expect every time you collapse to score from him. Your lower middle order isn't scoring. You put Ravindra Jadeja at number 5 for I don't know which reason, and he struggled as well, because obviously he's going to struggle. He is a bowling all rounder. You need to understand that. Yes, he's batting well. He is in form, but you cannot just swap him for a premier batsman like Ajinkya Rahane. So that's the one thing. Yes, Ashwin should have played, and I personally feel Ashwin Jadeja both should have played together. Yes, you can say that that fourth fast bowler creates some more pressure or something, but I don't quite believe in that. If your batting is struggling, you need to ponder over that issue. Instead, if your batting is struggling, you are putting the bowlers out, and you are getting 5 bowlers in for a reason I don't know. And I think Jadeja's role in is really not specified in the team, because we all know he's not uh, a bona fide wicket taker. He's just someone who can
Yeah.
just put the brakes on the runs, and continue the other guy to just support the other guy to take the wickets. So I don't know why they've ruled out that 7-4 combination, but I really think they need to get that back in.
Well, this topic is never ending, because Ronak had mentioned that he has the best record against left-handers in the world, the best strike rate, the best average. Ankit mentions that we should stop talking about this topic, but as I said, this is a never-ending topic, and this decision will obviously always be criticized. Omkar is here optimistically thinking that Ashwin, this stream should reach to Ashwin. I hope it reaches him, and he gets to know he gets to know about what we have said about him. But then, talking about today's day play once again, guys. Chris Wokes, James Anderson are the bowlers to watch out for today, according to you, Sanmay.
ना add one more. Ollie Robinson also is the bowler to watch out for,
Yeah.
because वो भी बहुत wickets ले चुका है. He has taken Virat Kohli number of times in this series. Uh, but I would say that we should, as हमने पहले भी decide किया है कि we should take session by session, and we should not have a target in our mind. We should just play out, bat out the whole day, and just see what it pans out. First, एंड हम लोग जैसा बोलते हैं हर वक्त, डिवाइड द होल डे. You have 6 hours of play. If you want, even though if you don't want to divide into session by session, hour by hour divide करो. 1 घंटा निकाला, अच्छा गया, दूसरा घंटा निकालो, एक एक 1 hour में डिवाइड करके यू प्लान आउट द डे कि इस 1 hour में हम लोग विल ट्राई टू स्कोर 30 रन, वो ट्रेल और कम करे. नेक्स्ट आवर में हम लोग लीड स्टार्ट कर देंगे एंड देन धीरे धीरे जाके उसको लीड बढ़ाएंगे. दैट शुड बी द प्लान. डोंट थिंक ऑफ द स्कोर इन माइंड, डोंट हैव अ स्कोर इन माइंड, बिकॉज अगर स्कोर दिमाग में आ गया तो दे विल बी प्रेशर ऑन अस कि अच्छा हम लोग वो स्कोर पहुंचे नहीं. इंस्टेड थिंक दैट मैं ये 6 आवर का प्ले बिना ज्यादा विकेट गवाए कैसे निकालूंगा. एंड दैट शुड बी द प्लान गोइंग इनटू day 3 of this day today.
Nikhil, thoughts on the middle order? Pujara hasn't performed well except for that 91 in the last game. Virat Kohli obviously has got those 40s and 50s, but unable to convert that as we have always seen him do. Rahane obviously is not looking in Rahane style form. So, your thoughts? An important day for the middle order in special.
I don't know how many times yet we are going to talk about the 3-4-5, but yes, it's another crucial opportunity for them to just prove their mettle. Yes, they have nothing left to prove and everything. They are experienced, but ultimately, what do you count a batsman on runs? So they're not making those runs. Yes, Virat Kohli was that slightly unlucky for in that first innings, which is batting well, but the way Pujara is getting out, it's really disappointing. Even Ajinkya Rahane, you're seasoned, experienced players. Before this series, many people thought that they shouldn't be included at all. But I guess my guess was they should be given a fair go, and I guess they have been given a fair go. There's enough faith shown in them. You cannot question that they are insecure about their position, because whatever the conundrum is happening, their captain and coach are backing them. So they really need to, start stepping up as those experienced players. Yes, it's difficult in England, but this is the second or third tour, I guess. Third tour to England.
Third
So
tour for Kohli and Rahane.
yeah, so it's a third tour for them. So you really need to see that, not to get out in a way that the England will expect it. Ollie Robinson hasn't played 4 to 5 games consistently, and he is also saying in press conference that we have to just ball on the fourth and fifth stump and wait for Virat Kohli. So that's slightly embarrassing for us, for the batsman of Virat Kohli's stature. So they really need to work this out. I don't know what they are going to work out, or how they are going to find a way. But big time, and it's time they find a way, because now the series is almost done. You can't. There's no point in dropping them in the fifth test match, because the new guy who will come in will have no clue. So you have to back them for all the 5 test matches. But I guess they need to start scoring runs. Keep everything aside, the technique, the everything. They just need to be in a frame of mind that I want to score runs. I want to and I want to contribute to the team as a senior player. So that's the and someone interestingly raised a question in the comments. I don't know who that question should be asked about the batting coach. So I guess it doesn't work that way, because batting coach is
It was
almost like
it
a
was
batting
Abhinav.
consultant.
It was Abhinav who
Yes,
talked about
yes,
it.
Abhinav bhai. It is batting coach is more like a batting consultant. These guys are evolved players, so you can't quite. You just have to tell them that what they can improve. You can't just go hard at them that you should do this, you should do that. They have played enough. They have enough experience. So I don't think it's about the batting coach. It's just their mindset to score runs. So if they man and I guess they have that metal, that and they have that skill, that if they start scoring, if India's 3-4-5 scores, I can well say that India will end up winning this game.
Aditya Ramchandran has asked a pretty relevant question. 61 for 5 to 290 is what England did yesterday. Is this a case of tail wagging like they used to do in 2018 versus India, or do you think that the English lower batting order is in fact capable batting order. And I'll add on to that question: do you think India can do the same today, Sanmay?
England batting, England do bat deep. We have seen in previous days also. It's this not a case of like the tail is wagging. In lower order, we have Moeen Ali coming. We have Chris Wokes coming. Oli Robinson can एक हद तक वो खेल सकता है, वो बैटिंग कर सकता है ओली रॉबिन्सन भी. Only the batting, those who can't bat is Craig Overton and Jimmy Anderson, but they have the ability to stick there and just frustrate our Indian bowlers. So this wasn't a case of tail wagging like 2018. It was a simple case of they do bat deep. They have quality batsmen coming down, and as Nikhil had earlier said also that हम लोग टॉप ऑर्डर को इजीली निकाल लेते हैं. जब लोअर ऑर्डर आने को आता है तब हम लोग थोड़ा रन दे देते हैं, फिर हम लोग को विकेट निकालना मुश्किल पड़ता है. And adding to what you asked, will India tail wag? We can't predict Indian tail. Indian tail is unpredictable. It's like we can't predict it right now. एक टेस्ट मैच में वो लोग खेल लेंगे, दूसरे मैच में नहीं खेलेंगे. बट फॉर मी द सरप्राइज है, 2 बार इंडियन टेल्स का बड़ा बड़ा पार्टनरशिप हो चुका है. दैट इज 89 at Lords and 63 at year. We can't expect them to bat every single time. If you are expecting that Indian tail should wag every time, तो फिर वो तो टॉप ऑर्डर बैट्समैन की गलती है कि वो लोग डिपेंड हो रहे हैं उन पे. सो I don't know कि इंग्लैंड विल बी वेरी ऑफ शार्दुल ठाकुर कमिंग टू दिस इनिंग्स. वो लोग बहुत रहेंगे कि शार्दुल है, वो मार सकता है, एंड दे विल मेक प्लान्स फॉर हिम एंड बॉल अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट. सो वी हैव टू जस्ट वेट एंड सी हाउ इंडिया बैट्स टुडे.
Right. And because we're talking about the batting coach and all the technical aspects, Nikhil, I would just like to ask a question from my side, because we've seen how Rahane and Kohli bat outside the crease. They bat like what, 2 steps outside the crease, and that has been their funda of batting in any conditions. Don't you think this this technique is not suitable in England? Because we've seen Joe Root be so successful, but we've also seen that he bats so within the crease. He literally bats inside the crease. He never moves outside, even if it's a front foot drive. So your thoughts especially on that, and then what do you think should be, because even Pujara plays inside the crease, but he's not performing. So I just had this confusion of batting outside the crease, and is it affecting Kohli and Rahane, especially in England, with the swinging deliveries?
Yes, so basically, batting outside the crease is just to negate that much of swing, and it worked for Virat in 2018. I guess it didn't work completely, but he it worked that he ended up scoring a lot of runs. I don't know Ajinkya Rahane's what's happening or anything. It's just all about mindset. If you There are two differences. If you bat outside the crease, you'll be able to play the shots on the up on the front foot, and you'll able to be negate the swing. And if you bat inside the crease, you'll just have that depth touch, and you can just guide that ball. But then you can't predict that swing which is happening. With Joe Root, even couldn't predict that ball jack back in. So you can't do much about it. You have to just continue to counter that swing, staying where you are. So it's all about what works for every batsman. Have you seen that Rishabh Pant has almost stood in the middle of the pitch, because he's standing so outside the crease that the umpire had to warn him for you shouldn't step in that danger area. So I
Yeah.
guess what works for them, it's not compulsory that what works for Virat Kohli should work for Rishabh Pant. They need to understand what they need to figure out that what is working for me. I don't think that's a worry. It's just that if they had the clear mindset of leaving out the bad balls and just capitalizing on good balls, and the pitch is good to bat today, because we are going to get a lot of freebies because they are going to try to swing the ball, and if it doesn't swing, we have that chance to capitalize on it. So it's all about the mindset, and it's all in the mind. However you can stand on the crease, you just the main motive is to score runs. So
Yeah.
that's it. So you really need to they really need to just step up to the occasion and take India to a big total.
Well, a lot of comments. The comment section is flooded with what the middle order should do. Rishi, as he's saying that we should expect our top order batsmen to roll their sleeves whenever required, because the tail is doing their best and they are providing us with those crucial runs. Aditya again is mentioning that Pujara and Rahane, he's actually questioning whether they should be proactive or they should be going into that shell. But we'll have to wait and watch what their approach is today. And but coming back to predictions now, Sanmay, how do you think the day will plan out? Give me numbers now.
Uh, I don't want to give numbers because whenever we talk about the numbers, it always goes against us. When it's a game designing, I will just want India to bat the whole day. That's it. Nothing on numbers. Just want India to bat.
Very diligent answer by you there, but I'm expecting some numbers from Nikhil at least.
I guess it's, as Tanmay said, it's very difficult to give numbers because they first will I guess they'll first look to knock off that trail of 99 or whatever runs is left. I guess 50 runs is left almost.
Yeah,
So 50 to
56.
60. So I guess as we said that we need to bat session by session. I guess expect India to be batting and in a good position, like losing just 2 to 3 wickets. I may be talking a big mouth here, but they really that's the only thing that it's going to work for them. If they just lose 2 to 3 wickets and just capitalize on the situation they have, because yes, we have the situation in our favor. Yes, the ball is going to swing, and it's a daily dose in England. The ball is going to swing. You just need to find ways to at least get beaten and not out, or
Yeah.
counter that. So I expect India to be batting till day's end, and to have a lead of around, maybe they can reach 300 today. India can reach
Okay.
around 300 350 today without losing many wickets.
Okay, okay. Well, I've finally got numbers from Abhinav and Sachit. Abhinav is saying that 227 is the target for England. So let's see. I mean, even a lead of 227 is good, but we all expect more with this batting lineup. Sachit is saying that 10 wickets is guaranteed today. There's a number for you. I mean, that's not the number that I needed, nor that I wanted to hear from you, Sachit, but. Let's see how the day plans out for India and England. Both England obviously will be coming in hard, as both our analysts mentioned that they'll be looking to hit that fourth and fifth stump length, and that offside line out there. But we'll have to wait and watch how the day plans out. 43 for no loss. India are in a good position as of now. They still trail by 56 runs, so that's one flag that needs to be reached. So let's see what happens on the day. And again, amazing talking to both of you, Nikhil and Sanmay. Some great insights provided on the day. Some interesting topics about punt and the techniques of the Indian batsmen. Also, we talked about Ollie Pope and the English bowling attack. So that was a pretty good session, according to me. I learned a lot, especially about those techniques and everything. So let's see how the day plans out, as I mentioned, and we'll just have to cross our hands and hope that India bat through the entire day and put on a good total for England to chase, and then probably we can pick those 10 wickets tomorrow. So let's see what turns out. So thank you once again to all our viewers for those amazing questions and the comments and those banters especially. And a big thank you to Nikhil and Sanmay as well. Thank you.